William Shatner joins the guys to discuss his career and what he's been up to locally. Just search 1480 WHBC YouTube and be sure to subscribe.
Live from the WHBC Broadcast Center. Find out more about area businesses, agencies, and events.
It's what's going on right now.
This is Spotlight.
All right, it is a Wednesday morning, and of course, that means it is Spotlight right here on 1480 WHBC. And if you want to check us out on Facebook, you can do that. We are live on Facebook this very moment, and maybe you're driving in your car and thinking, oh, I'm going to miss it. You can go to Facebook and check it out later, so make sure you do that. And today we bring an old friend back into the studio. We've had a chance to speak with Dan Chapanar from Chapanar's QuiKEYS many times, but we're going to kind of remind everyone again what you do and how important your business can be. How are you, sir?
I'm doing very well. Thanks so much for having me this morning. And yeah, you know, we specialize in auto keys. And it's something that you don't think about on a daily basis, but when you need it, it's good to have a place to go that you can get in quick, save yourself some money, and get the job done right the first time, and that's what we do.
Yeah, because usually when they need you, it's in a panic.
Yes. I mean, we make a lot of duplicate keys.
Mm-hmm.
People have just purchased their car, or maybe I've lost one and have one, so that's a big part of our business. But of course, if you've lost them all and you're stranded, that's another big part of our business. And you know, we have a 24/7 mobile service that can handle that, and that's also any type of locksmithing need. And if you need a spare key, we have our store at 4601 Fulton Northwest. Where you can just stop in, and generally you're going to be in and out in 15 or 20 minutes. You don't have to make an appointment. Just stop in at your convenience. And we're going to save you about half price over most other retailers. And we are just now rolling out a new venture where we're going to offer free delivery to pretty much all of Northeast Ohio. Wow. I have techs that are already out in the area, so my thought was take the store to the customer, make it easier for them, do it right in their driveway. We can come to your place of business, pay no delivery fee, pay the same price as the store, and
That's fantastic.
You're happy, we're happy, and everybody's happy. Win-win-win is always a good thing.
Yeah, because people, anything that makes things easier for people these days.
And delivery is getting so big these days, but, you know, a lot of times you're paying more for the hamburger than so our idea is just charge the same price. I've got a guy in your area. Now that's by appointment only, and that's for duplicate keys only. So that's not if you've lost all your keys and you're stranded at 7 o'clock at night.
Okay.
But if you need a duplicate key and can wait until an appointment time is available, we can come right to you. It's not going to be months. It's going to be a matter of a week or so. But just kind of take some of the stress out of. I had a customer that contacted us a couple of weeks ago, and he hadn't found us for a while since we had moved from Massillon, and he told us, "I'm so glad I found you. Chapanar's QuiKEYS, making life a little better, one key at a time." And I'm like, that is just such a great tagline. I'm going to use that.
It is. It is. Yes, I remember it too. Yeah, how could you not? That's right. See, very good. And speaking of that, let's go back a little bit. Let's talk about the history of Chapanar's and how you got started.
It's a pretty long history now. We're going to be approaching 50 years in 26. So my dad started the business. He was a Canton cop and was going to be retiring in 82 and wanted to find something that he could make a little residual income. And a friend of his, Al George, lived on Harmont right across the street from the old Walmart, sold his business to my dad. And Al said to my dad back then, and my dad is gone now, and it's one thing that I miss so much about him. Al said, Chappie, one day you're going to thank me for this. And the last years of my life, I don't know how many times my dad said, I just think about Al George, and the business has blossomed so much. It was just a small one-man show. I bought it from my dad in '91, and it was just a small one-man show. And then these chip keys came around in the late '90s, and they've changed my life.
Yeah.
There's a lot. I tell a lot of customers that come in, I'd go back to the old way in a heartbeat, but because all the computer technology is, you're only as good as the technology
right.
that's doing the programming. So sometimes the expertise is taken out of it, but they've changed my life. I now have 8 employees. We go all over the state. So it's been a pretty tremendous rise.
Yeah.
From just that little,
just the key,
just that little in my mom and dad's basement, 48 years ago.
With the machine,
yes.
just making the key.
Yes, yeah.
Now you have the fob.
Yes.
And yeah, I can't imagine. That had to be.
It's been. If somebody would have told me when I bought the business in '91 that I would be selling keys for $200 and saving people $300-400 off a dealer price, I'd have said, "You're crazy. Who's going to do that?" But if you need your car to go, it has to have the key. And they've done a lot of things where your phone can start the car and stuff now, but you still have to have the key first to be able to program your phone to be able to do that. So, and my goal has always been to treat the customer the way I want to be treated, give them the best price I possibly can. Obviously, we're in business to make a profit, but I'm not in business to rob people.
Yeah. And, I've also noticed, with my kids, trading cars and different things like that, they always ask you, how many keys do you have to the car when you trade a car in?
When you trade it in, and they want them all when they're coming in, but when they're going out, there's only one key. There's only one key. Yeah. So that's such a big part of our business is people that have just purchased a used car, and you only get one key, and the dealer doesn't want to pony up for that extra key. And we've made it easy where you can just stop in, and like I said, generally you're in and out in 15-20 minutes, and we save people a lot of money. We've had, every week I hear wonderful stories of people come. I'm so glad I found you, and I'm so glad you're here. And that word of mouth has been our best advertising.
Yeah, and I wonder, there's not a lot of people who do your service, and like I said, when people are looking in a panic because, oh my gosh, I'm stranded. They have to find somebody. I remember in talking to you in the past, I always said to put your phone number in their phone.
Store it in the phone.
Store it in the cell phone.
That way you don't have to find it and wonder, who am I calling? We've been in business for 48 years. We're not going anywhere. We're not in business to rob people. So if you've lost your keys, or even if you have a business and you need to get it rekeyed, or you need deadbolts for your house, or a new door closer, or if it pertains to a door, I have 2 full-time locksmiths on staff, so we can handle, if it pertains to a key, lock, or door, we can generally handle whatever you need. So if you want to change your locks, you can do it for them. Yeah, if you've just moved into a house, you don't know. Maybe the old owner has given you all the keys, but what about the neighbor across the street that they gave one, or the old boyfriend, or so it's best to just change the locks. That way you have the only key to the house. And a lot of unscrupulous people out there these days. Way too many. Way too many. Yeah. All right, we'll take our first break, and we'll come back, and we'll talk more about keys and locks and more on Spotlight on 1480 WHBC.
1480 WHBC has always been there for you.
Thank you for being a voice of calm and correct information in a world of chaos and misinformation.
News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Your doctor writes you a prescription and you head to the box store pharmacy to get it filled, only to find out it will be hours or maybe even a day before they can fill it. That is not how we do it at Fulton Drugs and Medicap Pharmacy. In most cases, you will get your prescription right away. We value our customers, so we provide fast, friendly customer service. We also offer free delivery and fair prices on prescriptions. We are your neighbors. Medicap Pharmacy in Massillon and Fulton Drugs in Canton, where you won't wait long for your prescriptions.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
This is an announcement to all United States vehicle owners who own a 2003 or newer vehicle with a manufacturer's warranty about to expire, or no warranty coverage at all. With a struggling economy and the cost of living on the rise, Endurance is now offering an affordable, low-cost vehicle coverage plan to the general public. As of today, you could be one of millions of drivers that now may qualify to have your vehicle protected under this coverage and have all future covered auto repairs paid directly to the repair shop for you. You pick your plan. You pick your deductible. You even pick the repair shop. Roadside service, towing, and rental coverage is included. Get your vehicle protected now and save your wallet from costly vehicle repairs. A toll-free number has been established for you to call for your free 5-minute quote and to see if you qualify. The number to call is 800-298-9383. 800-298-9383. Again, that's 800-298-9383. Coverage, deductibles, and claims may vary. For details, go to endurancewarranty.com.
As a roofer, I don't have time to fail. Homeowners rely on me, so I rely on Beacon. Beacon's unique network of branches work together to get me what I need when I need it. And with the Beacon Pro Plus app, I've got the brands I depend on, like GAF, right at my fingertips. Now through September 15th, purchase high-quality GAF with Beacon Pro Plus and earn up to $1,500. Go to BECN.com or download the Beacon Pro Plus app today. Beacon, always building.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
We're going abroad for the first time in years. To Spain. So we started using Babbel.
And started learning Spanish fast.
With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish. Gracias, Babbel.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
This is Larry Hackenberg. You know me through legacy WHBC programs like the Sports Time Machine and Time Machine, the Stark County Story. Now we are taking on the world of music with the Music Time Machine. Join myself and co-host Jennifer Tassan right here on News Talk 1480 WHBC every Saturday at 10 a.m. with an encore broadcast Sundays at 9:30 a.m. You can also catch up on past episodes at themusictimemachine.com.
This Pro Football Hall of Fame enshrining salute on WHBC is brought to you by Friends and Family Credit Union.
In 2002, the Indianapolis Colts had their star quarterback, but knew to get a Super Bowl, they would need a star on defense. Enter 11th overall pick, Syracuse defensive end, Dwight Freeney. From his rookie year on, Freeney was a game wrecker on the Colts defensive line. In 11 seasons with Indianapolis, Freeney collected 107.5 sacks, 7 Pro Bowls, and a Super Bowl 41 win. His career continued playing for the Chargers, Cardinals, Falcons, Seahawks, and Lions before retiring in 2014. Freeney finished his career as a Super Bowl champion, a 3-time first-team All-Pro, 7-time Pro Bowler, NFL sack leader, NFL fumbles co-leader, and a member of the 2000s All-Decade team. Proud of you and proud to be your teammate in Canton, Peyton Manning said on Instagram. Freeney will join his quarterback and other legends as a part of the Pro Football Hall of Fame class of 2024. Congratulations to Dwight Freeney.
Breaking and trending. Here's why you should listen. Search 1480 WHBC on Facebook.
It's just good.
Find more right now on WHBC.com.
Now back to Spotlight on 1480 WHBC.
All right, it is a Wednesday morning, and that means Spotlight. Today, it's Chapanar's QuiKEYS, and we have Dan in studio with us this morning. I'll give you the location and phone number because we didn't do that, and so just in case. Oh, you did right at the very beginning. Yeah, you did, yes. And you guys are at 4601 Fulton Drive Northwest, corner of Fulton and Dressler, right by Roosters.
Roosters is out our back door.
Okay.
We're in the little plaza right on the corner.
Right there. And also, so the phone number 330-492-8211 or 855-CHIP-KEY. We were talking about chip keys off the air, and you were saying that was something that kind of came into play, what, in the 90s?
Late 90s, 98 is when they first really came on almost all makes and models. And I got into them because I'm the locksmith for the AAA here in Stark County. And it was a big investment back then for me. And it was, do I really want to do this? But I had to. Then I opened my little store over on Harrisburg in about 2009. And it was just that little hut that was over there. You had to go outside to change your mind. But, it from the day one, we had a wonderful following, and people started coming in and asking, well, can you get a remote for my car? And it was like, well, I don't know. But there were no suppliers out there doing it. So this whole industry has really just come out of nowhere in the last 15 years. And it's been kind of wild to be at the fore of it all. There's been a couple of businesses that have been spawned off of my business. So it's been a wild ride.
So what did you have to do to change to be able to do the chip keys? Like what changed for you?
First thing was getting acclimated. The old way was, it was hands-on expertise. So, if you had lost your key for your car, one way or another, I was going to be able to make the key for your car.
Okay.
Now it's a computer interface, so I'm only as good as the programmer is talking to the car, and sometimes it doesn't like to do that. So, and that can be kind of frustrating because it takes any expertise out of it. But thankfully, I mean, we use top-of-the-line programmers, and that doesn't happen very often. But when it does, it just kind of you're at a standstill because you got to call tech support and try to walk through something instead of being able to figure out the problem and resolve it. So that's one of the areas that I like the old way better, but this is the way it is. So you got to adapt with the times.
The old tech support.
Yes. And it's no different on key machines as it is with your home computer, Yeah. Have you tried plugging it in?
Well, you can still go back to the old-fashioned way when it comes to keys for homes and things like that.
Yes,
right?
yes, but even that is changing. Now you've got the push buttons, you've got a
programmable
thumbprint,
numbers.
yes, and that's becoming pretty big as well. You've got the smart home where you can use your phone and you can be on the other side of the world and you can open up your doors and lock them. So.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, it's technology is encroaching on everything, and we don't get too much into that. It's a high-priced item, and seems to me that people are still hanging on to the old ways when it comes to their home for right now. But we've installed, we can install those type of locks if that's something you're looking for. If you've got one and you need it to get it installed, we do that as well.
Oh, okay.
Well, as I said earlier, if it pertains to your door or a lock or a key, we generally can help you out.
So if I end up being stranded somewhere with my car, what do I do?
Call 855-CHIP-KEY, and more than likely we're going to be able to get to you in a pretty timely fashion. I've got 2 full-time locksmiths, and then I've also got a backup vehicle that for our overflow. So generally we're going to be able to get to you in an hour or two, and I know that may seem long if you're stranded, but it's better than calling the dealer and having it towed in and waiting till a week from next Tuesday for them to get the key. So, and we try to treat people right. Our prices are some of the lowest around the whole Northeast Ohio area, and that's always been important to me, is to treat people the way I want to be treated.
Yeah, and that's good to know, because sometimes when you look at stuff like this is the kind of thing that you go, oh no, it's going to cost me a fortune.
Yeah, and there's a lot of, unfortunately, a lot of unscrupulous locksmiths out there, and they tell you one price on the phone, and then they get out there and, oh well, now we've got to do this and this, and the 135 became 270. We hear that all the time. We don't operate that way. The price we quote you over the phone is the price you're going to pay, barring something completely out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
And we've got a great following. We've got a great customer base that, it's not something that people come to us on a weekly basis, but people remember when you treated them right, and that's been our best thing is having people tell others about us, and we've just been blessed. We've just been blessed.
That's awesome, and it's a recognizable name, because you've been around for a long time, and your dad and all of that.
48 years in the business. My dad was a Canton cop for 25 years, from 57 to 82, and my gosh, he knew everybody in Canton. I'm like my mom. I'm kind of a loner. My dad, it didn't matter where we went. We could be going to Florida or somewhere else, and somewhere along the way, hey, Chappie, what are you doing down here? He knew everybody.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. See, that's good. That made him a good business.
That's true.
Up a good business.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a break for the news, and when we come back, we'll talk more about Chapanar's QuiKEYS. Again, that is located on Fulton Drive Northwest, right behind Roosters, and you can call 855-CHIP-KEY if you have any questions or want to get some more information, and we'll give you more information when we return.
Don't miss our biggest tire sale of the year. It's Flynn's annual tent sale, now through July 31st. We've slashed prices on nearly every tire in stock. And when you buy 3 select Yokohama tires, you'll get the 4th tire free. So go to Flynn's Tire and Auto Service.
And tell them Finney sent you. Who would have ever thought your old generator, water heater, or electric panel would be worth something? Well, it is. During Beck's Cash for Clunkers sale, you'll get $500 in trade-in for your standby generator, $250 on your old water heater or electric panel. When we say it pays to upgrade, we mean it pays to upgrade. During Cash for Clunker days, get trade-in dollars at Beck.
The fastest way to fix is Beck Electric generators and plumbing.
Not to brag, but Progressive's Name Your Price tool is mankind's greatest tool ever. Even better than the wheel. Sure, without the wheel, we wouldn't have modern transportation or funny videos of dogs riding skateboards. But without the Name Your Price tool, we wouldn't have easy access to auto insurance options based on our budget. And, well, cars do need wheels. They also need insurance, and insurance never goes flat. Learn more about the greatest tool ever, the Name Your Price tool at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available.
Purchase a twin tank water softener from Verndale Water Experts and you'll get $250 off, a free reverse osmosis drinking water system, and 0% financing. Call Verndale Water Experts today.
Tap into Verndale's Water Center.
WHBC AM Canton, reliable as ever on News Talk 1480 WHBC.
From the News Talk 1480 WHBC Newsroom, Ohio Governor Mike DeWine has signed House Bill 47, which requires automated external defibrillators, or AEDs, to be placed in every public and chartered non-public school in Ohio. DeWine says the evidence is clear. AEDs save lives. He says the difference these devices make is astounding, and having them on standby in our schools to safeguard our students is a must. The bill will also require the Ohio Department of Health to develop a model emergency action plan for the use of AEDs. All public and chartered non-public schools will then be required to adopt their own emergency action plan and practice it at least quarterly. President Joe Biden plans to speak to the nation tonight about his decision to drop out of the 2024 presidential race. On Tuesday, Biden posted to social media, tomorrow evening at 8 p.m., I will address the nation from the Oval Office on what lies ahead and how I will finish the job for the American people. Biden announced Sunday that he was dropping out of the race and would endorse Vice President Kamala Harris. He returned to Washington, D.C. yesterday after spending several days in Delaware recovering from COVID. In sports, the Cleveland Guardians beat Detroit 5-4. They play again tonight before having a day game tomorrow. I'm Pam Cook.
Your severe weather station, News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Here's your AccuWeather forecast. Intervals of clouds and sun, scattered thunderstorms, afternoon high today 85. Heavy thunderstorm this evening, otherwise partly cloudy and humid. We could get some downpours and damaging wind, low 66. Thunderstorm tomorrow morning, otherwise a cloudy day, high near 80. Sunny, pleasant, less humid day Friday, high at 79. Get your weather news when and how you want it from AccuWeather.com. I'm Steve Williams for News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Medicine Center pharmacies have been serving our local community for over 40 years. Our customers know they can count on our pharmacy staff, save money, and trust us. Stop by any of our Medicine Center pharmacy locations in Canton, Louisville, Minerva, and New Philadelphia, or visit us online at medshoprx.com.
The Summer Kids movies are going strong at the Canton Palace Theater. On Monday, July 29th, the featured film is Zootopia, where a rookie bunny cop and a cynical con artist Fox must work together to uncover a conspiracy. Get your tickets today at cantonpalacetheater.org.
Your place for news and what's going on in our community.
Thank God WHBC will be there to give us local perspective on everything that's going on within, on the local races and then, of course, the national races.
1480 WHBC.
Now back to Spotlight on 1480 WHBC.
All right, 9:33 on your Wednesday morning, and that means Spotlight today. It is Chapanar's QuiKEYS, and Dan is here with us. We've been talking about all the different services they offer, and you don't hear about your kind of a business very often. You just really don't.
It's a niche market for sure, and sorry about that.
Well, we just have to say there's across the hall in our FM studio is the cast of Willy Wonka. It's a play going on. So it's a bunch of kids over there. If you hear them yelling and screaming.
Something happy just happened.
It was happy, and we all got scared. Yeah.
Where was I at?
Anyway,
niche market. Yes. There's not many people doing what we do,
right.
and even fewer that know what they're doing. So with QuiKEYS, you've got somebody that's been doing chip keys for 25 years now. So I've got a wonderful staff. We have over 100 years of combined experience now. So my people know what they're doing. We use good products, great programmers, and our goal is to give great customer service.
Where do you go to become a locksmith these days?
There are some schools, but that's what my dad did. It was and it's still around, Foley Bell Saw. And it's a mail order.
No kidding.
Yeah. And I actually took some classes when I first bought the business through them, learning foreign cars.
Okay.
So that's one avenue, but. As I've told my locksmiths that are with me, you could go to the best school there is, but every lock you come against is something there's going to be a little bit different, and you've got to be able to take that knowledge and work it on this situation, and so that's those are very basic schools. They give you the basics, and the best thing is getting the hands dirty and learning it from the ground up, and that's my entire staff has been that way. You don't put an ad in the paper for an experienced locksmith. They're pretty hard to find. Most of them are like me, family-owned businesses. So everybody that I brought on knew nothing about locks and keys, and trained them from the ground up, and got a wonderful staff.
That's great. Yeah. That makes it all that much better, because when people have someone come and work on their house or car, they want to be able to trust them, right?
Absolutely. Especially when you both things, the house and the car. But when you're talking about your house and you're giving your key to this person,
right.
You want to know that you've got a company that didn't start last week, and you've got that with Chapanar's QuiKEYS. 1976 to now, same family ownership. My dad owned it for 15 years. I've owned it now for 33, and we take pride in doing the job correctly and at the best price we possibly can.
Yeah, that's great. And the more we talk about that, because you just think of people coming to, but the safety factor of it is also a big part of it too.
We know how to get in your house. So you want somebody that you can trust.
That's right. Well, talk a little bit about the delivery service that you were.
We're just rolling this out. Really kind of just getting it started. We think it's got endless possibilities, and it's for all of Northeast Ohio. So this is not just a Stark County thing. If you're hearing this in Summit County, Wayne County, Portage County, Tuscarawas, even Cuyahoga, we can, if you're in Northeast Ohio here, we can get to you. And again, that's for duplicate keys, so you already have one key for your vehicle. But just call us, 855-CHIP-KEY. We'll get you on our schedule. We can come right to your home or your office, make the key right there in your driveway or in the parking lot of your office. You don't have to think about it. We'll bring the key into you, and again, a win-win-win. You're happy, we're happy, and all is right with the world.
Yeah, see, and also if that's maybe you're an elderly person that can't get there.
Sure, yeah. And that's on an appointment basis. So, if you need it today, the best thing is to come into our store, because there's no appointment necessary. You come in at your convenience. This is by appointment, but there's no delivery fee. You're going to pay the same price that you do at the store, and you don't have to think much about it other than calling and making the appointment. 855 Chip Key.
That's easy. That's very easy. So say I come in, I have my Hyundai Santa Fe Sport, and I put my key fob down and say I need another one of these.
Say okay, and Hyundai and Kia. It's funny that you.
Yes.
First of all, they've had all the problems with the thefts, and they're rectifying that, but they have gone absolutely insane on how many different keys they're creating for just one type of vehicle. So like that Santa Fe, I don't know what year that is, but there can be 6 or 8 different keys. You've got stick the key in the ignition to start, and then a couple different remote variations off of that, and then you've got the push button starts, and they'll have different variations off of that. Keeping track of Hyundai and Kia is mind-boggling right now. But that being said, we have most of their keys in stock. So you come in and we
find the year.
We find the year, make, model.
Okay.
We get the correct key for it. We go out and we program in the key, and rarely are you in our store longer than a half hour.
Wow.
So it's a pretty quick process, and it's a money-saving process. I know, especially the dealers are make an appointment on Tuesday, and then it needs to be there from 8 to noon, and it's for something that takes literally 10 minutes to do.
Yes.
So,
and honestly, even when I know this wasn't the car I have now, but when I bought a car and I wanted a second key, I was there buying the car. I said, can I get a second key? Well, bring it back next Tuesday.
Yes, yeah.
I'm thinking, why can't I just get the key now?
Yes. Well, there's so many keys out there now. They don't keep them all in stock.
Okay.
I mean, I have a stock room that with literally probably well over 1,100 different types of keys. It's gone insane. I remember my little hut. I had this little little shelving thing with maybe 18 different little pull-out drawers, and that was my remote stock. And now I go back in my stock room. It's like wow. And my staff at the store is like, we need to put up more bins because more and more new items are coming online. Some of the newer stuff, all the companies are kind of doing what Hyundai. They're making it so difficult for the smaller guy they're trying to get more and more people to come back to the dealership. We are staying on the cutting edge. We've updated to some new programmers which are PC based, where you actually have to use the manufacturer software. You can't even use an aftermarket programmer for these 22 and up on many of them. We're staying very cutting edge, but it's a lot. It's a lot to take in.
I can imagine.
It's from the days of going into the hardware store and 99 cents for a key, those days have come, been, and went.
They were hanging up on a tree.
Yes, right. Yes,
yeah,
yes.
exactly. And you were just going zzz.
Yep. And in and out, nothing. And times have changed.
Yeah, boy, they sure have. It's pretty amazing. But what you do, honestly, that's you've kept up with the times. I think that says a lot too. That you've kind of
keep up with the times or
go out of business.
Go out
right?
of business, yeah. And there's been a lot of bumps and travails over the last 15 years getting this thing running, and but I think our ethic and our customer base and people seeing that we knew what we were doing and and helping us get the word out to their friends and family. We've just, as I said earlier, we've just been blessed. It's been just a wonderful ride.
See,
even through the hard times.
Yeah, put key guy. Make that the name, and then put 855 chip key. Put Chapanar's there, and you'll always have it. And then you search key in your contacts, and it comes
And
up.
there I am.
And there he is. And you always have it. Like if you're stranded, or if you get locked out of the house, or even if you say, "I want to change these. Who do I call?" It's there. I think it's because, like you say, you don't need it till you need it.
And then you're. What was that name again?
Yeah.
But it is an easy name. QuiKEYS.
Yep.
And 855 chip key. We tried to make a number that was easy to remember, but much easier if it's in your phone.
That's right.
I like that idea.
That's right. It's a good one. It's a good one. All right, we'll take our final break on Spotlight here and come back and talk more with Dan from Chapanar's QuiKEYS on Spotlight on 1480 WHBC.
Your place for news and what's going on in our community.
Some of the other Hall of Famers have been telling me, like, this year is your year, so you're going to be busy doing a lot of different things with the Hall. But in the years when you come back, when it's not your year, that'll be the time when you get to do other things and have a little bit more fun. So, yeah, I just plan on coming back.
1480 WHBC.
This is Larry Hackenberg. No, it's not. It's Tim Haversack, and I'm here with Steve Fenton. We're talking about the Thurman Munson Scholarship Award Dinner, August 15th at the Canton Downtown Doubletree. Hey, Steve, who's going to be there?
All right, Tim. So joining us this year is Mike Torres, pitcher for the Yankees during the glory years of the 70s. We have Tommy John coming back for his third straight year. And a special guest this year is Ray Negron, the Yankee bat boy.
Get your tickets at the Boys and Girls Club, Davies Pharmacy on Tuscarawas Street. This is Larry Hackenberg, and I approve this message.
The road to recovery is just down the street. The path to prevention is right where you live, where the best breakthrough in surgeries is fewer of them, and advanced treatments preserve your quality of life. One place, Total Care. A team of cancer experts working together and a navigator helping when needed most. You are our focus, and this is the place. The Altman Cancer Center. Here for you. For more thriving and less driving.
It's better over here.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has an exclusive rate plan just for you. Right now, get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings versus Verizon and AT&T. Plus, you can get one of the latest 5G phones free when you add a line. That's right, a free 5G phone. Experience all this and more on America's largest 5G network. So why wait? At T-Mobile, customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Just go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 or visit your local store to make the switch.
With AutoPay using debit or bank account plus taxes and fees, 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. Free phones up to $300 off with 24 monthly bill credits and qualifying new line for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Contact us before canceling entire account to continue remaining bill credits. Bill credits end if you pay off device early. See details at T-Mobile.com.
Home ownership. At Progressive, we know it's part of the American dream. It's majestic golden eagles and other less majestic birds taunting you through the baseball-sized hole in your new windows. It's soaring guitar solos performed through faulty wiring in your garage, which subsequently erupts into flames. It's also round-the-clock protection when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, which can help keep the American dream of home ownership alive and kicking. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Hi, this is Jim Snyder of the Your Wealth, Your Retirement Program, a financial education show for those seeking guidance. Are you retiring soon? Are you in the middle of changing jobs? Maybe you're just done with all of that risk in the 401k plan and you'd like to have a discussion about an early rollout. Maybe you're 70 and a half and you're in your income phase of your IRA. We can help you with all those. Give us a call at Senior Financial Group at 800-639-0824. That's 800-639-0824.
Did you know that Pepto-Bismol provides fast 5-symptom relief for nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea? Of course you do. because everyone knows the Pepto song. But did you know that Pepto also comes in convenient and delightful solid forms?
Pepto has very fast melt cherry chewables, liquid caps that make relief easy.
Pepto makes relief on the go easy. So when you overdo it, undo it with Pepto. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you're always looking for ways to position your operation to create opportunities and move on them faster. With Bank of America, you get access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
Are you really that different than the rest of us?
We are. As a fiduciary, we always focus on what's best for our clients.
What services do you offer besides investing?
We have a team of specialists in financial planning, estate planning, and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, we ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Okay, but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, because we believe that's a conflict of interest. We prioritize service over sales goals.
So, then how do your fees work?
We have a simple and transparent fee that's a percentage of our clients' portfolios. So we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Now back to Spotlight on 1480 WHBC.
It is our final segment of Spotlight on this Wednesday morning. Again, I'll remind you, we are live on Facebook right now. And if you missed any of the interview, you can go there and check out the video. It will live on our Facebook page, just like 1480 WHBC. You'll find it there. And, of course, today we have been shining the spotlight on Chapanar's QuiKEYS. And Dan's been with us today talking all about it. And we've been kind of reminiscing because it's been a while since he's been here in studio, but we've done this, gosh, at least 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, three or four times, I think. Yes,
Yeah.
I think this might be my 4th time, yeah.
Yeah. How was COVID for you? I guess we never really even talked about that too
As
much.
far as the business?
Yeah, the business.
We stayed open.
Yeah.
And
that was good.
And I told my employees that no matter what happens, you guys don't have to worry, and we really didn't miss a beat during that actually. So it did not affect us too much at all.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good because you guys kind of have that kind of business where you're not like directly,
Well, and people still need keys.
Yeah, right, exactly.
when they've lost their keys, so life kind of went on hold there for a while, but we persevered through it.
Yeah, that was kind of like us here. So still needed to hear the information and all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
So we were here as well, but that's good to hear. We started in the very beginning, maybe for somebody who is just tuning in, because they hear Chapanars, they hear that QuiKEYS, they know that's a long-time name in the community. Maybe give that little history again about the company.
There's not a lot of Chapanars around, but my great uncle owned the Valley High, and then my dad was a police officer in Canton from 1957 to 1982, and he started the business in 1976, and and my mom's been passed away now for 11 years, and she would just be blown away with where the business is at. Even when she was still alive, she was kind of blown away back then. But we have far surpassed where we were at back then. And my dad, before he passed, he just always was so proud of seeing what it became, because he just wanted he wanted to go play golf after he retired, and he wanted to run a couple of calls in the afternoon. And I'd come home. I was living in Texas. I'd come home and like, Dad, you turned down like 5 calls today. I mean, and that's what the impetus was to bring me back home. It was like, I think I can make this
really work
a go here. And so I bought it from him in '91, and it was doing well even back in the '90s. And then these chip keys came along in the late '90s, and people needed those, so I learned how to create these and to program them, and one thing led to another. Then I decided to open up my first little store, which was over there on Harrisburg Road by old Edie's PDQ, and it wasn't much bigger than a small bathroom, but it worked. It served its purpose. Then I opened up a second store in Massillon a couple of years after that, and then we've been at our new store 2017. 2017, I believe we moved there, and I consolidated the 2 stores into one in a much better location right there, 4601 Fulton Drive Northwest. Roosters is out our back door. We're right there on the corner. Obviously, a lot more traffic going in front of our storefront, and it's been a really wonderful move.
Yeah.
And we've got so much more space. And one thing that I have, if you come in my store, we get this all the time. People just, while you're waiting to have your key made, it's kind of it's an eclectic hodgepodge of Chapanardom. It's the Chapanar Family Museum, and also people know that I'm a faithful man when they come in my store, and that is of highest importance to me, and that's how I run my business, is to a higher authority than myself.
That's wonderful. Yeah, that's great. That's great. I was thinking you were going to say you had a cat running around or something.
We get some people bringing in their dogs and cats. Like, okay, I'll let this happen. But
yep, that's people. That's like their family, right?
Yes,
yeah, walking around with their family. Well, so people can just come there, and that we've been talking about the delivery service that you offer, and if you're stranded, you can call all those things. But they can come right to your storefront if they need to.
The store, if you need a spare auto key, you've just purchased your car, a used car, and only came with one key, you can call around and then come to the best, because we're more than likely going to beat any price that you find, and it's going to be much, much easier than a dealership. You just much quicker on your time schedule. Just stop in. You don't need an appointment. Generally, you're going to be in and out in less than a half hour, and most times we're saving you 50% or more off of dealership pricing.
Yeah.
And then if you need, we can also deliver it to you. That's by appointment. That's if you need just a spare key. If you have one key for your car currently. And we're a 24/7 locksmith operation as well. So if you've locked yourself out of your house or your car, or need any other locksmith need, call Chapanar's QuiKEYS.
All right. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Hey, I enjoyed it so much.
A Verndale water softener will save you money, you'll feel cleaner,